Deputy President say he has been reduced into a beggar begging for food. My question is, when did begging become an assignment by the president to his deputy? Mhm. And when did it become necessary that Kenyans can only survive on begged food and not their own homegrown food? What have they been doing all along to let the country reach a place where the deputy president has a docket and his main docket is begging for food? Wanaguru, vipi lakini? Karibu.
Asante sana Bernard. Ronda na Mr. K. Kwanza ni mshukuru Mr. K kwa sababu for a long time I've wondered why he has to stay behind the curtains. Wanaume ni kuonana macho kwa macho. Mr. K. Wanaume ni kuonana macho kwa macho. Ai, kwani amepotea? Haya.
No, he's coming back. Karibu.
Sasa, somebody today asked me, why is it taking so long for Kenyans to accept this leadership? Because the truth of the matter is that many Kenyans is like they don't feel that they have a leadership, and there seems to be a certain vacuum. And I told that person, you know what? Even Moi used to win with that 5%, but he had a way of, coming around and making his government felt. So far, this government has done nothing, has kind of, failed to bring what we would call inspirational leadership. And Bernard, people must be inspired to support a system. People must know where they are going. You must show them the way. You must give hope. The kind of talk that was there today through the deputy president does not inspire hope. It actually puts despondency and hopelessness in the public that we have now become beggars of food from our colonialists. That's a very strong statement from a top of leadership. Leaders do not talk like that. Leaders talk to inspire people. What they should be telling us is what they are doing, so that next year or in a few months, we will be having enough food, not telling us the humiliation he is going through. It's a shame. It's actually degrades our country. It's very degrading. Bernard, when like now you go to look for food for your family, your wife may never know some of the intrigues that you go through so that you can put food on the table. But you don't go telling everything. Some of those things that perhaps you may do may be beneath you, but food has to be eaten at the end of the day. And therefore, inevitably, you just have to bear it out. That is what is the problem with our leadership. Now, when he tells us that What does he expect the public to do? What does he expect us to do? That one is very demeaning. It is very demeaning to our country when such information is picked and put in the international media. It brings us, it is actually a double tragedy, you know. It is bad, but also it is an indicator of the rudderless and clueless government that we have right now. Too many promises that end up being just that, promises. He should be telling us what measures they are taking to make sure that next year or in the next few months we'll be having adequate food, not telling us how he's begging for food. You know, even that act of going to Mount Kenya forest, it's itself very controversial. I was just wondering if it was Raila who went to Nkotarira with his Amwazes to do what kind of talk will be going around the UDA circles, kwamba mzee ni mganga, sijui ameenda kuomba kikare, traditional gods, and so on and so forth. That shows the double standards that we have in Kenya. Double standards. We are judging others using some standards and others using other standards. You know, it is a shame. We must be honest with ourselves. I can assure you, Bernard, if it was Raila who had gone to Kotalira, apparently to pray, hiyo ingekuwa the internet would be blazing with those propagandists from UDA saying now you can confirm what we have always been saying. You know? Anyway, but the bottom line is that our country is going through a very hard time. The leadership does not seem to have direction. They don't seem to understand what should be done in the short term, in the medium term, and in the long term. When a president says he's going to collect 500 billion more in taxes in the next 1 year, how do you overtax an economy that is not moving? Businesses are collapsing. Production has gone low. I don't know whether, Bernard, you are aware that for the first time our country went, the forex reserves went below four months. What that means is that there's a benchmark that we keep of at least forex that can be used for 4 months for imports, mostly by those who want to import things in the country. So the moment we don't have a forex that can cover 4 months, that economy is in trouble. That's why we've gone to IMF and World Bank, because we just have to have those forex so that we continue trading, because ours is a dollar denominated economy. You understand? So we are going through a very tough time, and unfortunately the leadership that we put in does not seem to understand the magnitude of the problem that we have. We've been told that there is no borrowing. Yet we have been seeing, we have even been hearing that we have secured this, we have secured this, we have secured the other. In the last 100 days, I think we are well over almost 1 trillion in terms of borrowing from various sources. Okay? So I don't know up to what point this government wants to continue running the government through propaganda. Propaganda is good when you are doing campaigns, but when you are doing administration of a country, propaganda takes a back seat because you cannot cheat the people all the time. Right now, to say that you are going to construct 1,000 dams, how? With money coming from where? You first tell us this is what we have planned, this is what we have budgeted for. Or even you don't have to tell us, we will see you putting in place a dam. So, you know, these things, we talked to them even before elections. Some people took them as like a joke. But now things are coming home. The chicken are coming home to roost. Today, I'm surprised that somebody is talking of great celebrations across the mountain in a short while to crown their king. Or people on the ground are asking what happened. It's like people who have been struck by an earthquake. You know, when you are struck by an earthquake, the first thing is shock. And then you start thinking of what to do because you don't have a house. The water systems have been destroyed. Electricity is absent. Roads are impassable. So that is the situation that is persisting in our region, in the central region. They are asking what happened because they can't see what they voted for. They do not see that energy that was put to woo them to give votes being commensurate with what is being done right now, or even what is intended to be done. So that's it. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that so-called celebrations. I see those people who will be lining up, apparently celebrating victory. I'm waiting. Thank you for now, Bernard.
Thank you, Mr. Guru. I wonder which victory is being celebrated because this country is ni kama video, ni kama drama because this is not what we bargained for. We deserve better than this, and the earlier we begin to appropriate that in our system, the better. Hizi story tunapewa ni hekaya za Bunuwasi kama vile Mr. K amesema, na lazima Wakenya wajihadhari na uongozi mbaya kama huu.